If you've made it this far, it's not by chance. There's a greater force guiding you, an invisible hand that has brought you to this very moment. The guardian angels are whispering to your heart, and this message has been prepared by God, especially for you. Take a deep breath. Feel that gentle presence around you. The universe wants to show you something that will warm your heart and clarify what seemed lost in silence. Today, the sky has a message about someone, and it comes glowing with light. Before we continue, tell me, where are you watching from? Today, there's a presence that lingers in your thoughts, a person whom time has not been able to erase. Even if silence has taken over the days, there's an invisible bond that still vibrates between you. It's like a closed window, yet it still lets light filter through tiny cracks. This person feels it, even if they don't say. They remember, even if they pretend to forget. And you, even while trying to move on, feel your heart being pulled by a thread that the universe insists on keeping ignited. The angels show that there's a restless heart at this very moment, a heart that thinks of you when the day empties, when the noise of the world quiets and only the sound of their own thoughts remains. It's in that silent space that the memory of your gaze reappears, like an old perfume that lingers, even after the door has closed. This person tried not to feel. They tried to bury what they lived. But there are emotions that time cannot erase, only transform. And it's in this transformation that the universe is working right now. God, in His infinite patience, is aligning paths, healing invisible pains, and rebuilding what seemed undone. Maybe you feel like it's all over, that the distance has turned into a wall, but there's something that the spiritual world wants to reveal to you. Nothing true ever completely fades away. Sometimes it just goes silent and to be reborn at the right time. This person misses your energy, even without fully understanding it. There are moments when they find themselves lost, staring into nothingness, and a memory of you appears like a star in the dark. A gesture, a phrase, a look that left a mark. And then their heart tightens, not just from regret but from longing. A longing that pride tries to hide, but that their soul has confessed 1,000 times in silence. The guardian angels now show you an image, a heart that tries to walk in the opposite direction but gets lost along the way. Each step taken away from you feels heavy, as if the ground is pulling them back. There are signs everywhere, and this person feels them. A song that plays at the right moment, a memory that pops up from nowhere, a dream where your name echoes. These are the whispers of the universe trying to awaken what sleeps. God is working on this person's consciousness. Sometimes, learning comes through absence, other times through silent regret, but it always comes with purpose. An awakening is happening right now, something they can no longer ignore. It's as if their heart is being called back to the path that makes sense. You might be wondering, but why did this distance happen? Why, if the feeling still lives, does the silence have to hurt so much? And the universe replies, because there are lessons that only emptiness teaches. There are feelings that only bloom again when the soul understands the value of what it has lost. This person is learning today what it means to miss an emotional home. And you were, and still are, that home. The place of peace amidst chaos. The memory that brings warmth even in cold times. You were the mirror that showed love in its purest form, and that is why this absence now hurts. The angels show a scene. They are standing in front of a window. They look at the horizon and feel a tightness they can't quite name. But within that tightness there is recognition. A new awareness is being born, that the connection between you was never just earthly. There's something divine about this connection, something that transcends time and space. Even if you don't hear words, prayers are being made. Heaven has been listening. In silence, this person has been asking for clarity. They asked for a sign, and the universe in its infinite wisdom has illuminated the path. Maybe they've dreamed of you. Maybe they've felt your name echo when the world was asleep. These are the signs of awakening. You, on the other hand, feel the exhaustion of waiting for answers. You've wondered if you should let go, move on, forget. But something within you won't allow it. Because your soul knows. It knows there's more than what the eyes can see. It knows there is a purpose that time will still reveal. God does not waste true connections, and when two souls meet by fate, even if they drift apart, there is always a point of reunion written in the invisible lines of life. Nothing happens outside the divine plan. Nothing is accidental. The angels say, "Do not doubt what you felt. True love does not dissolve. It merely changes form until it can manifest again. This person is going through a period of inner reflection. Something inside them is breaking, but it's what needs to break for love to be reborn. Fear loses strength as longing grows, and it is this longing that is driving the transformation. There's an energy of tears about to be unleashed, a heart that tries to resist but can no longer hide from God. And when the heart speaks, no barrier remains. You are part of this awakening. Your faith, your light, and even your pain are being used as instruments of healing for both you and this person. The universe invites you now to trust, even without understanding trust, because the story isn't over yet. You may notice coincidences in the coming days. Words, songs, dreams, signs, all of these are answers. They are reminders that heaven is listening, and when the divine moves, even the impossible begins to align. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. Feel the gentle presence that surrounds you. It's God saying, calm down. What is yours is being prepared with love. Human time sometimes gets desperate, but spiritual time is perfect. And in this time, the reunion has already been written. You might not see it yet, but the universe is opening paths. The seed has already been sown, and what is being cultivated is stronger than any distance. True love is never lost, it just waits for the right moment to bloom again. And that moment is starting to draw near. Before we continue, I want to leave you with a question to reflect on. Do you feel that the universe has been showing you signs of this connection lately? Think about it, because sometimes the signs are small miracles in disguise. Now we need to talk about what weighs heavily. The silence, the distance, the indecision. That emptiness that sometimes feels like it's screaming inside your chest. That sensation that everything is suspended between what was and what could have been. There are days when the heart feels tired of waiting for answers. Days when you feel like you gave everything you could, and still there's an echo, an emptiness that time hasn't filled. It's in that emptiness that the silence of this person resides, and that silence hurts. But the heavens want to show you something. Silence speaks too. Sometimes it shouts truths that fear doesn't allow to be voiced. This person carries within them a deep conflict. There are feelings they couldn't express, and fear has taken the form of escape. They withdrew not because they stopped feeling, but because they didn't know how to handle what they felt. The angels show an image, a long road, covered in fog. This person walks, but looks back with every step. The body tries to move forward, but the soul remains anchored to you. There is an internal struggle between what the heart desires and what the mind fears. And in this battle, silence has become a shield. But shields are heavy too, and there's a limit to how long someone can hide what they feel. You feel that, don't you? You feel that there's something unresolved, a conversation that never happened, a glance that still asks for an answer. The universe confirms there are loose ends that have yet to be tied together. God does not allow stories written in love to end in eternal silence. He merely uses silence to transform what needs to mature. There are emotions trapped in this person's heart, words stuck in their throat, gestures interrupted, and even while trying to move on, they feel that something is unfinished, something that still needs to be said. But there is fear, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of not being understood. And this fear creates shadows, shadows that hide what the heart wanted to illuminate. The angels say, this person hasn't forgotten you. They've just hidden from their own feelings. The silence you feel is not disdain, it's confusion. It's the reflection of a soul that is still learning to love with maturity. God is guiding this person through their pain, because it's in the pain that they will discover that love is not weakness, it is strength. And this discovery will change everything. Have you ever felt that someone pulled away out of fear rather than a lack of love? This is the question the universe is asking you today, because that's exactly the energy that surrounds you both. This person stepped back out of fear of losing themselves and ended up losing touch with who they are. But the heavens do not let destined souls remain apart forever. There is something in motion. There is a healing process taking place. You may not realize it, but there are nights when this person remembers you and tears fall. These are tears that pride won't show, but God sees. And in each tear, there's a mix of regret and longing. Their heart is slowly opening, like a flower that after facing winter begins to feel the warmth of the sun again. And that sun is you. It's the energy of your soul that warms what had been dormant. The universe wants you to know. Nothing is lost. There are reconciliations being written in the unseen. There are truths about to come to light. There are words being prepared, and when they are spoken, they will heal what time could not erase. But for now, patience is needed. Patience and faith, because love that rushes does not blossom, it breaks. And God wants this story to be reborn whole. That is why there is silence. That is why there is a pause. That is why there is time. It is in this interval that the angels work, stitching together what humans have tried to tear apart. The universe is rebalancing everything. You are being prepared to receive what is yours back, but in a new, healed, conscious way. A new beginning lies ahead, and when it arrives, it will be different. It will be light. It will be true. For now, just trust. The angels ask you, pay attention to the signs. They are everywhere. The song that plays at the right moment. The dream that feels so real. The sense of presence when you think about giving up. These are messages from heaven saying, it's not over yet. And truly, it's still not over. Before this first part ends, let your heart hear this question. Do you believe that God uses silence to draw hearts closer together? Hold on to this reflection, because in the next part, you will understand what heaven is preparing for this bond, and what is to come will ignite light, where today there is only shadow. Something invisible is moving right now. The universe is realigning what seemed lost. The guardian angels work in silence, opening paths. And God is preparing something that your eyes cannot yet see. This person, the one time has distanced, is beginning to feel the call. The heart awakens. The fear dissolves little by little. There is a glimmer of consciousness, a desire to return. The love once hidden starts to move again. The angels show an image, a fire lit in the middle of the night. It is not a fire of desire. It is the fire of truth, the flame of recognition. This person thinks of you more than they admit. They feel your absence in random moments of the day. They see your name in thoughts, in memories, in signs. Her heart vibrates with yours, even from a distance. God whispers, what is true never fades with time, and that whisper echoes in dreams, in songs, in silences that hurt but reveal. The universe creates coincidences, which are never random. An unexpected reunion, a name that appears, a memory at just the right moment. These are signs. These are answers. This person is starting to understand that running away hasn't healed anything. Nostalgia is the language of the soul calling out for what is real. And when the tears fall, it's not weakness, it's liberation. Love rises to the surface, fear melts away. God is bringing together hearts that have been lost in the noise of time. And if you are here, it's because you are part of this plan. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is wasted. Every distance has a spiritual purpose. This story, which seemed interrupted, is being rewritten with more truth, with more light, with more faith. The angels ask, keep your heart open. Don't close yourself off out of fear of suffering. Love is the highest language that the universe knows. In the coming days, pay attention. A sign will come, maybe in words, maybe in a dream, maybe in a silence that speaks. You will feel it, and you will know, because the heart recognizes before the mind. What was shadow is now illuminated. What was fear transforms into courage, and what seemed like an end is just a new beginning written by God. Do you believe that silence also speaks? Write in the comments, because sometimes it's in silence that heaven responds. Time may hide, but it doesn't erase what is born from the soul. True love simply changes form until it blossoms again. You and this person are like two stars. You may drift apart, but you remain connected by the same light. The angels say, nothing born from the soul dissolves in distance, and the universe is now beginning to stitch together what seemed broken. The tears were seeds. From those seeds will grow peace, understanding, and a blessed new beginning. God is guiding your steps toward a time of restoration, a time when love will be a choice, not fear, when presence will be a shelter, not a burden. The universe is clearing paths. It's preparing the ground. And even if you don't realize it, everything has already begun to change. There's a future being drawn with your name, and when it arrives, you will understand that every pain was part of the miracle. Longing was how souls stayed connected. Now, the reunion is being prepared. The sky tells you, trust. Nothing you lived through was in vain. No shadow is eternal. No silence is final. Everything that is true finds its way back to the light. Believe, God is ahead, and when He unites, nothing separates. So, calm your heart. Be grateful, even without seeing. Love is returning, healed, strong, aware. The universe smiles when a soul keeps believing. Nothing has been lost. Everything was preparation. And when this reunion arrives, you will understand love was never absence. God's presence has always been there, stitching every detail. Breathe, feel the peace. Love is returning to the right place. No distance erases what is true. The universe always realigns hearts that seek one another. If this message touched your heart, it's because it was made for you. Your guardian angels brought you here, because your soul needed to remember that nothing is lost. Life hasn't forgotten you. God never pulls away. The universe simply organizes time so that everything happens at the right moment. I want to ask you, which word in this message spoke to you the most? Write it in the comments, because when you write, the universe listens. If you felt this energy, leave a like. Share this message with someone who needs to hear what the heavens have to say. Maybe through you, a heart will begin to believe again. And if you wish to continue receiving messages like this, full of soul, faith, and hope, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Each new message will reach you at the exact moment, like a hug from the universe. You are loved, you are guided, you are seen. God doesn't forget sincere hearts. The angels don't sleep while they work for you. And the universe never closes doors for those who walk with faith. Breathe with confidence, give thanks, because the miracle has already begun. Within you and in those your heart still feels. Write in the comments, I trust. This word opens paths and dissolves fears. May this message wrap you in peace. May the universe embrace you now with light, and may the angels guide you until the reunion and with love, with faith, with your own shine. Because yes, someone asked for a sign about you. The heavens responded, and the answer is light.